Belle Delphine, if you do
Because,
not know,
yeah,
is an adult star.
I mean,
I don't know whether that's the right
if
phrasing.
anyone who's still listening to this podcast or has
Uh,
clicked on this highlight will know who Belle Delphine is. So Belle
yes,
Delphine was recently in the news for glorifying kidnapping and sexual assault. Um, kind of like
which
that's
isn't
that's a very
great.
broad statement, but it's still uh you know. So her argument here, I'll go over hers, is she has released a very long statement about this, but I will summarize it. Is basically uh, saying that she, if you're saying that her enjoying consensual non-consent, which is well, pretty much what it sounds like. It's people playing these kidnap roles and stuff for sexual gratification in a safe environment. Saying that that's promoted, saying that her doing that is promoting sexual assault is the same kind of argument as when people say that violence in video games promotes violence. And
Yeah,
I
it doesn't.
understand that. I get her perspectives there. I also get this perspective of the people who have said things like, and I'm quoting from a tweet I read here, something about Belle Delphine dressing up as a small child and wearing baby clothes and playing with kids' toys whilst also motivating and promoting hardcore kinks such as kidnap and RAPE links just knocks me fucking sick. Quote from a social
Yeah,
media article.
I
Um,
think it is appealing to the sort of person you don't want to be appealing to. If you get my drift, I'm
I
not. I don't
I
want to
think
say
that's
it,
unfair to say because there
but
are there are people
like,
who, especially like people who sometimes have been victim of or survivor of sexual violence, they use consensual non-consent as a form of therapy, and there are people
yeah,
who
I,
play these scenes out to feel safe with their partner and to promote a healthy BDSM relationship, and all of that is fine. So I understand both sides of this here. I understand the people
yeah,
who say it's a bit weird, especially the fact that she's dressing up as a child,
I,
but I also
I
understand her
understand it.
side. I will just say, sorry to go on, Casper. I'll let you go on in a second. I will just say I understand both of this. My personal take on it is that she shouldn't have put it on Twitter.
Yeah,
Like, she should have put it on her OnlyFans. If she's going to promote stuff like that, do it on your OnlyFans, because when you do it in a public space, especially where there's like anonymous people, I'm sure there are creepy people on her OnlyFans as well anyway. But if it's behind a paywall, you're not going to get some say you're not going to get like a 15-year-old 16-year-old boy who's already been exposed to porn on the internet and already thinks that this stuff is right and everything. You're not going to get a kid like that who's scrolling Twitter one day, sees that and think, oh, she's into this, she likes this, so I could go out and I could tie up a girl and she'll like it and that's fine. You know,
yeah.
promoting
It
stuff like this in a public space like Twitter,
like
that's not behind a paywall, I think is kind of irresponsible.
like in a way, it's normalizing it, which is important because a lot of people tend to think BDSM and kink and anything that isn't, I don't know how to word it at all.
Quote unquote
Anything
normal, I
that
guess.
isn't conventional
Yes, yeah.
in a sexual environment is strange and weird and find it weird.
Yeah.
It's important to normalize it, but at the same time, it's the way that she's dressed as a someone younger than herself.
Yeah. She has also said like
It's
her young
the
appearance
blurry
comes from the
line.
fact that she does look young as a 21-year-old woman, and I get that, but also you
Yeah,
should take
like
into account the fact that you do look young and you're posting this kidnapping photo on a public space. I guarantee you if she'd posted this on her OnlyFans, there wouldn't be half the amount of backlash. She wouldn't be in the news
I don't
about
think
this.
we
She
would
wouldn't
have
have
heard
had
of it.
yeah, we wouldn't be talking about it right now if it had been posted on OnlyFans. And I feel like that was the best place to post it. And obviously she's made the argument of like this is the content I post, this is sexual content, don't follow me if that's your thing. But the thing is Twitter doesn't really have an age gate. I mean, you have to enter your age and stuff, but kids can lie about that. Like
You
a
have to be
teenager
over
could.
13 for Twitter.
Yeah, but
That
people lie about that all the time. They had to be over 13 for YouTube as well, and look where that's ended us.
yeah,
Um,
but like I don't know. Like as I was saying,
yeah.
there's just I understand why she did it. I do get it, but
Mm.
at the same time, read the room. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't take like anyone to be incredibly good with social media to know that Twitter is not the place for
Yeah.
that sort of thing. And if you post on Twitter, you're gonna get the mums of mums net. You're gonna get the same people that kicked off about a blooming Christmas Day video.
Yeah.
Like it
And
but
you're also gonna get
actually
really
it's a
young
very
people.
good marketing technique. Like she does market herself very,
The
very
woman
well
knows how to get people talking about her. She
with these
definitely knows
controversies
how to do that. Yeah.
because there will be people who saw that and thought, I want to see more of that. I'm going to subscribe to her OnlyFans. It's very, very clever. And I
Yeah.
think she's probably incredibly business brained
Oh,
because
100%.
like it is very clever.
Yeah.
But also just watch your back with Twitter because
Yeah.
there's some weirdos on it.
Yeah,
Basically.
and my most concerning thing isn't the weirdos, because she's a woman on the internet who makes money out of sexualization and stuff. She's gonna have 200 weirdos message her a day, you know.
I will be back in a second. I really need the loo.
Okay, I will just carry on. So yeah, as I was saying, like, you're gonna get the weirdos anyway. That's always gonna happen. But my main concern is young kids. It's young girls, like 14, 15, 16, who see that and think, this is what men want. This is what I should need to do in order to be appealing to my new boyfriend, or my future boyfriend, or whatever. This is what I have to do. And that's concerning. I think that's concerning in itself. And I'm also concerned of the male audience. When we live in a world and in an era where porn and things like that are so easily accessible, this video is going to get so suppressed on the highlights channel. Oh my god. But when young men see this, they think that this kind of thing is okay. So you've got two sides of it. You've got a woman thinking, a girl thinking that this kind of thing is okay, and you've got guys thinking that this kind of thing is okay, and it is, in terms of the kink, in terms of the
I am back.
welcome back. In terms of the consensual, non-consensual side of it, this is okay, but teenagers aren't going to know that. A 15-year-old boy who's learned all about sex from the internet so far and sees that isn't going to think, oh right, I have to talk this through with my partner, make sure they're okay with this, speak about my fetishes, speak about theirs, and get to know this person and have this really intimate scene with safe words and responsibility. They're not going to see that. They're going to see that and think, I can do this.
They're just going to see a lady tied up and think, oh yeah, I can go and do that to someone in the class.
And whilst you're in the loo, I also made the point of young girls are also going to see that and think, this is what I need to do to please my current boyfriend or my future boyfriend.
It's dangerous,
and that's dangerous. Like, if you're into that, it's great, and that's fine. But if you only want to be into that because you've seen some girl on the internet and that's why you think that that's okay, that's not a safe place to come and approach this from.
Yeah.